What do you get if you cross a world-famous rock star with a tiny Oxfordshire village, and I do mean tiny, and a collection of special pictures, stereoscopic pictures from the 1850s? Well, I'll tell you what you get. You get a new book. The book's called A Village Lost and Found, and it's pictures from the 1850s of a village in Oxfordshire called Hinton Waldrist. And that's only half the story. The pictures, in black and white, of course, because they're from the 1850s, if you look at them through a special owl stereoscope, that's this thing here, okay? He touches it by way of an illustration. And if you relax your eyes and let the images float together, they join as one and become 3D. And this is photo technology from 1850. It's all been put together, and this is where the world-famous rock star comes in, by Brian May. And I'm pleased to say he joins us on the telephone this morning. Brian, good morning to you.
Hello, Malcolm. It was a brilliant exposition, if I may say so. Well done.
Thank you very much. Well, it's fascinating, isn't it?
I understand it perfectly now.
I hope the listeners do as well, because this is, I mean, it's fascinating stuff, isn't it? How did you find out about stereoscopic pictures?
Well, it happened when I was a kid, really. It happened because of Weetabix packets. You used to get a little card that they gave away between the wrapper and the box, and it was a 3D card. You could send away for a viewer, and which I did, and the magic happened. I was absolutely bitten from that point onwards. I've always been a devotee of stereo. In fact, I can't really understand why everybody isn't.
Yeah, me neither, because when you look at these pictures, I think it says in your blurb, and it's right, you can almost feel the warmth of the sun, can you not?
You really do. You feel like you can walk in and talk to these people captured in the 1850s. Yeah, I've been very excited about this for a very long time.
Where did you find the pictures from, and where did you find the village, Hinton Waldrist?
Well, the pictures turned up all over the world, actually. All those years on tour with Queen, I was also scouting around looking for these things, which are very rare, but occasionally you find them in well, anything from a car boot sale to Christie's or Sotheby's, or sometimes, a little auction someplace in the country. Who knows? I still haven't got them all. There's 59 of them, but all of them are in the book. And the way we found Hinton Waldrist was, it was completely hidden, the identity of the village, I think deliberately by the author T.R. Williams, who spent some time there as a child. We think he hid the identity of the village quite deliberately to protect it. And it took me about 30 years to find it, and the only way I managed to do it was by using my website. I put a picture of the church on brianmay.com, and within 36 hours some people came forth who lived nearby, who could tell me what this church was, and so that the mystery was solved. And I went down there with my co-author Elena Vidal, and we were then able to start putting the jigsaw together and finding out where all these pictures were taken and why and what they mean, because there's an awful lot to this project.
Yeah. So the pictures, how were they taken then?
They were taken actually with a single camera, with two lenses, one above the other. Now, all sorts of people are going to write in and say this is nonsense. But you'll have to read the book to find out why. But the way he did it was to take a picture and then move the camera a few inches to one side and take another picture. So it's called sequential stereoscopy. You can still do it very easily today. If you take any, it doesn't matter what kind of camera, it can be a little digital camera, take a picture resting on your left foot, take another picture resting on your right foot, and you'll get a stereo pair of pictures which you can put in a viewer, such as the owl, our new owl stereoscopic viewer, and you'll see the magic. The magic will happen. You'll get a 3D picture which you can really feel and see in solidarity.
Yeah.
Solidity, I should say.
Yes, either way. And A Village Lost and Found is the book. People listening to us now, Brian May, they're going to be saying, that's not Brian May, the Queen guitarist. What's Boyden trying to do? He's trying to pull the wool over our eyes. He's not interested in astrophysics. But actually, your Queen career disrupted your astrophysics career, didn't it?
It did, in a way. It's funny, you come to certain forks in the road in your life, don't you? And you have to take a step down one road, but sometimes the road leads you back, and you can find the places that you didn't walk into earlier on. So 30 years later, I was able to return to the astrophysics and complete the PhD, which was something, it was really a fond dream that I had. But this is another dream, to complete this sort of renaissance of T.R. Williams is definitely a big dream of mine from many years ago.
Yes. How explain that a little bit. How does the dream rate in your career? How does this book, A Village Lost and Found, and the dream of stereoscopic pictures fit in with anything you've done as a rock star, or can't you even compare the two? But you think about it for a second and tell me.
They're very different things on the surface, but there are actually a lot of things in common. T.R. Williams, in a sense, was a rock star of his age.
Yeah.
People were hanging on his every picture, if you like, waiting for the next issue. And he actually sold thousands and thousands, probably hundreds of thousands of these things. And the London Stereoscopic Company sold literally millions of stereo views in the 1850s.
Wow.
So we're looking at something which is a little bit similar to what I've spent my life doing. The other thing that ties me to it, he's an incredible perfectionist in his art, and he seems to do his art for its own sake, but also he has a public, and that's an interest which I have. It's a sort of area which fascinates me, treading that fine line between art for art's sake and art for a public, the commercial side. If you veer too much in either direction, then things go wrong. But if you manage to find that spot where you're actually communicating with an audience, then something precious happens.
So it was Queen, then it was your book, Bang, The Complete History of the Universe. Now it's stereoscopic pictures. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Are you going to go back full circle in a Chinese box sort of effect and go back and play your guitar on the stage again next?
Well, I'm always playing guitar, really. That happened, which is great, and it's a great linchpin of my life. Yes, I never stop, really. I'm making music most of the time. Producing a wonderful lady called Kerry Ellis at the moment, playing guitar with her.
Wow.
And that album will be out next year, we hope. And we may do a few gigs. I don't know. At the moment we don't have a firm plan to do any Queen gigs. We have a bit of a singer problem now and again, as you know. So we have to sort of sort that out occasionally.
Draft one in.
But yes, I love playing, and I see a lot of opportunities. I like getting up with people and just flexing the fingers, really.
Yes. I'm going to ask you now, if I can, with your permission, I'm going to ask your permission to ask this question. I'm going to ask you the most impossible, unfair question of all time that's ever been asked of you. No one's ever asked this of you before, I guarantee it. But I'm not going to ask it without your permission. Do I have your permission?
Radio.
I have your
Off
permission.
You go. Come on in, Malcolm.
Okay.
Cough it up.
No, here it is. It's coming now. The most influential person in the world, according to Brian May, T.R. Williams or Freddie Mercury?
Probably Barack Obama at this moment, I would have thought.
Oh, okay. I'll take him as an alternative. It is unfair, isn't it?
Well, as an unbiased view, probably, yeah. T.R. Williams hasn't been very influential except within the realms of photography, but even there he's been largely swept under the carpet. So it's really my aim and my dream, and both of our aims and dreams, to put him on the map in the 21st century, and I'm really hoping that this book will do it. And it's not just aimed at people who like photography or are into stereo or whatever. It's for everybody. It's a kind of way you can escape from the world into this magical place of the 1850s. It's a bit more relaxed, it's a bit more contemplative. There's something about this world which I think we've lost in the modern world. So that's kind of what it's about.
Well answered, young man. And thank heavens for Weetabix packets, eh?
Absolutely, yes.
Now you're in
Yes,
you're in Oxfordshire today. Tell me about that with the book, A Village Lost and Found.
Yeah, we're doing our international launch today at Hinton Maldris, the little village where it all began. And we're doing a stereoscopic talk with lights and sound. We don't doing things by halves. Again, it's a fulfillment of an ancient prophecy, if you like, because this all did happen 150 years ago to celebrate the end of the Crimean War. So we're kind of retracing T.R. Williams' steps in this as well. Quite exciting, I have to say. So it's not the biggest gig I've ever done, but it's very, it still makes you nervous.
Yeah, well, it's lovely speaking to you. You're a fine man, Brian May. Thank you very much indeed for introducing me into the world of... I didn't know what on earth this was until I had a look at the book and then got my owl stereoscope out and then had a look at the pictures, and honestly, they really are fascinating. Many, many congratulations, and it's been lovely speaking to you this morning. Good luck.
Thank you. Appreciate it. All the best.
And to you too.